Hi guys, what a fun way to celebrate the women in your life. As a mom, I have 5 daughters and 1 son. And so I just love the fact that this gorgeous, beautiful moment stamp set is offered by Stampin' Up. Absolutely stunning, really fun. At a recent Facebook Live, we created a card that I had fun with where I wanted to send my aunt a birthday or Mother's Day card, and a little gift card. So we recreated this little card with retiring products called Beautiful You and the Parisian Designer Series paper with this gorgeous ribbon. You can see that on my blog and on my Facebook page at facebook.com/gettingcrafty.net. So this really fun pocket card is ideal to hold a gift card, extra notes, and a great greeting to celebrate somebody on Mother's Day. I'm changing this up just for this really fun version here. Using the Beautiful Moments stamp set 151677 and the gorgeous Ornate Gardens Designer Series paper and ribbon collection with the gorgeous gilded gems, it is so easy and fun to create. A pocket card is wonderful because then you can send a gift card. You can send, I'm going to include pictures of my children for my aunt. She just loves that. That kind of thing. This will be great even for my sister. There's lots of women in your life that you can celebrate. My mom passed away, so I don't have any parents left, but I am blessed with amazing women in my life that do parent and love on me, and my children. So utilizing this Beautiful Moment stamp set, we're going to be using Collect Beautiful Moments and this gorgeous collection here. Now this could be my older daughter and younger daughter. There's a lot of variety with this. I think of it more as my aunt holding my hand or my older sister holding my hand, that kind of thing. Using the Early Espresso ink pad, So Saffron ink pad, Petal Pink ink pads, we're going to have fun creating this easy card. Now, I'm going to set this aside. Usually if I watercolor, I include a Stays-On ink pad, but I'm not doing that today. We're going to change this one up. This is just a card front. So this is just a simple front, just like so, but we're going to take the next one up a notch. You can do it one of 2 ways. Using the paper trimmer, I can trim this piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock and trim it right in the middle, creating a card front sized card. All I would do is using the multi-purpose liquid adhesive, slap on some liquid, oh, look at that, yikes. Don't slap it on like crazy, right? It doesn't need a ton. You actually just put a dab and pull. That's what I do. This is one of the strongest adhesives on the market. I love it, love it, love it. Just a squiggly wiggly, like so. I like that it's liquid and I have a little bit of time to move things around. And usually when I stand to craft, I get a better image, but I'm gonna sit and do this. What I do is I line up one side. I've only gone down a 1/16 of an inch on each side. Nice, clean, neat card. And there it finishes off the card. Super easy, right? You still have this great pocket. You now have clean edges. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But we're gonna make the next one slightly different, so embrace that. Utilizing the Ornate Gardens Designer Series paper, this stunning paper is double-sided and it's packed with gold embellishments. I'm gonna show you a little sneak peek of some of that beautiful accented patterns here. Super bright and bold, perfect to brighten our day. This here is a 5-inch strip by 2-inch strip of Designer Series paper. You will need a 8-inch by 3-inch piece of Whisper White cardstock scored at 4 inches. So that is 3 inches by 8 scored at 4. You will need a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of Early Espresso ink cardstock. You will use a regular piece of mint macaron, again scored at or cut at 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2 to create an elongated card like so. And I'm going to use our bone folder just to impress that really quickly. And then we will also need a piece of Early Espresso cardstock that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I believe. And then we have a piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4. 4 inches by 5 1/4. And this is great because really there is absolutely no mess. There's nothing really extra that you're doing. It's just easy and fun. I'm going to go ahead, fold the card using my bone folder at a 45-degree angle to impress the edge, just like so. We're going to use the Early Espresso ink pad and this greeting. On the other card, I put it on the outside. I could put it on the inside for this one. If you want less room to write, that's kind of where you would do it. I'm gonna stick it with it right here on the outside. I think it's very pretty. It reminds me of all the times that I lived with my aunts during the summer and on weekends, and she was so much fun to be around. She taught me how to do so much, to go to the beach, to ride my bike. She taught me how to swim, all that good stuff. And my sister is really great at teaching me how to live life. She is wonderful at that. Sometimes I get bogged down in life and don't get out of my jus. Now we're gonna take a piece of the Ornate Garden, just like so. And that stamped girls and mom, or girls, sisters, I don't know what you wanna refer to that one. I'm gonna move this back. Going to grab the dresses, and I'm going to go on the other side here. And I'm just gonna use the little girl on the other side, on this side here. Boom, shakalaka. This here, I like to let it dry. We're going to utilize the dresses here by fussy cutting them out. So using our paper snips here, actually I could have just done it that way. Yeah, I'll get an extra card out of this. I'm going to cut the one I stamped earlier with the little girl, just like so. If you have a hard time seeing the image, often just looking at, because you have this distraction of the designer series paper and the hair and the flowers, that kind of thing. And around the back. Like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut the woman's dress out as well. Okay, so now we're gonna take and just do a dash of watercoloring. Super easy, using the Early Espresso. Don't lose your dresses. Using the Early Espresso, I squeeze the ink pad so that I have a well of ink, and using the water brushes, we're going to pull that ink out and kind of dilute it. Now this is Whisper White cardstock. This is not thick, it's not our beautiful Fluid 100 watercolor paper that I like to use when watercoloring, but this is okay. We're just doing it light. Don't over heavy hand when you are watercoloring. I have what I call a trash paper. I make sure that I wipe off the end just so the colors aren't transferring to the next project. And my aunt and I have what we would call, I don't know, like a sandy blonde hair. We don't have blonde hair. So using the So Saffron, I'm gonna pull it out, and I like that the brown and the Early Espresso will kind of blend in here. Da, da, da. And she used to be a blonde, now she's got white hair. My sister has brown hair, so maybe I'll add a dash of the Early Espresso and send this one to my older sister. Just a little bit, just kind of darken her up a little bit right there. Now using the trash paper, just clear off the color. Then a great skin color when stamping is our Petal Pink ink pad, and we're gonna dilute that a little bit. I don't want it so pink. And I'm gonna paint the little girl. Her upturned face is so sweet. Her little hand like that makes me happy. I would go to Avila Beach with my aunt, and I visit my sister who lives in Utah, and we just love to go exploring, hiking, that kind of thing. When I go to Indiana, same with my cousins there, we're in parks, so usually it's a lot of green in Indiana when I'm there. I have such wonderful cousins. I'm the lightest of all my cousins. I'm the only one with blonde hair that really got it from my mom and my great aunt. So it's kind of fun to see this all come together and kind of remind me of my older cousins or my sister or my aunt. And then always clean it off in between just so that you're not transferring that color the next time you use your watercolor technique. Now I'm going to take that gorgeous Ornate Garden ribbon and I'm going to cut a swath of that, just a little bitty one. Here, I like this little bop of color. I'm going to make a ribbon and I'm going to use my ribbon snips. So these only cut ribbon. And I always cut it on the end with a sachet. You can't see it behind the card, but the next time you use it, you do have a natural sachet happening there. Then using my, actually I'm gonna move that a little bit so it lays better. Using our glue dots. Glue dots are wonderful because they're super strong and they are quick to adhesive to. I put glue dots on the ribbon. So boom, boom, and then one in the middle area here. Just like so. Put that tag on the back. Now you can use glue dots back here, or you can use our multi-purpose liquid adhesive. Just put a dot and kind of just smear. My friend Ina laughs when I use Yiddish terms. My mom used Yiddish terms all the time, and so it's just something that was in my vocabulary from a young age. Then using this piece of Early Espresso cardstock. It is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. It's a 1/4 inch difference to give it a nice frame and a sturdy base. Right there. Oh, I see I might have left this a little bit long. So, two things. You can either leave it because it's going to tuck in, or you can just trim it. I would more than likely use a paper trimmer for this, but here I'm just going to use my paper snips and eyeball it. I like that my family knows I am far from perfect. This is a great way to do it. Friendly reminder, right? Now, using the tip of the multi-purpose liquid adhesive, I'm just going to smear a little bit on her dress. This is a very retro design to me. I think it's super pretty. I love floral dresses. I love wearing dresses. You can feel very dressed up while it's very forgiving, especially during the heat where you don't want your jeans clinging to you necessarily. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe that's just me. I love my jeans, especially when I go hiking and stuff, and most people can say they don't love their jeans. I actually do. There we go. Put the little dress on the little girl. And aren't they the cutest? I think they're adorable. Now here I used both sides of the designer series paper. This one I thought it would be fun to do just like so. You can always add a dash of sparkle with our Wink of Stella and just kind of add a little bit to her hair and there. Oh, I see that her face didn't get colored in with the petal pink. Make sure I utilize that really quickly. There we go. Nice and warm. Clean off the tip. Yes, I actually walk myself through steps too while I'm crafting, make sure I don't forget anything. And then the cute dress, just kind of highlight with some sparkle here. Boom, boom, boom. And sparkly toes because they're walking in the sand. Who doesn't love a little sparkly sand? I live near the beaches here in California. I'm in Ventura County, which is by Malibu, and Ventura Beach. So if you know where that area is, it kind of explains where I'm at. Now this is a piece of cards. Now this is a card front. So this is just gonna ship just like this. It's a simple pocket and it won't stand up on its own. So if you wanted a card to stand up on its own, you use an actual card, right? Same measurements, just double-sided. Then I'm going to take the Whisper White and the multi-purpose liquid adhesive and kind of just smear and just, you don't have to be perfect. I like to go closer to the edge, but not on the edge. You don't want it to like leak across the edge. There you go. Boom shakalaka. It's a very tight border when you have a smaller 1/8 of an edge border instead of 1/4 of an inch. So it's nice and snug. we're gonna use this beautiful designer series paper. Now, I use the floral side here. If I wanted to, I could flip it over and do this, but then I would miss all these fun daisies. So what I'm going to do is literally just put a line across one side here. And you want to do 3 sides. You're creating a pocket. Now this is a great way to send coffee card to somebody or a dinner card to somebody. If you can't be with those that you love on Mother's Day or birthday or just because, this is a great way to send that to your loved ones. My sister's funny. She gave us a Carl's Jr. card somebody gave her for the kids, you know, to spend. And she's like, I don't eat at Carl's Jr. So, well, neither do we. But the kids had fun. They went and picked a little treat at the fast food place. Now, I did leave a little bit of the early espresso peeking through. You can see that there, right there, across the bottom. I just think it makes it look a little bit more finished. And then wrap it around. And I like to finger my card pretty well. If you don't want your card to leak because it's liquid, I will use the side of a piece of that trash paper. I call it trash paper, trash. It's my scraps. I'm married to a CPA, so you can see there's like a spreadsheet here. So it's just something he printed and didn't need. And now my paper has collected all the embellishments and my bone folder did not. That is always good. And using this here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go over the seam here. I want to make sure that that pocket stays adhesive down. Now, I live in different states than my sister and my cousins, so picking something that they like as a gift card is always challenging. Another great idea is sending pictures. My sister and my aunt and my cousins, and they all just love pictures of the kids. Who doesn't? So, and if you do, just lie. If you're one of those who does not want pictures of kids that are in your family, that's okay. I'm not going to judge you. A little bit on the inside, but on the outside, just smile. As my mama used to say, that's not true. As my grandma used to say, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Now, this is an actual card front. So it's going to open just like so. You have room to write here. Now, a gift card is the same size as a business card. So that is why I actually utilize that in this card here. So let me show you how that works. This is my business card right here. And you can just tuck that pocket in. You have room to write something to somebody fabulous. You can tuck the gift card like this. It's a little bit more of a peek through. This is more hidden. The other one is a little peekaboo. So sticking the card like this, if it were a red note card or gift card or a black one like my friends at Ragamuffin or 507, they have a coffee shops local. This would be a fun way to have it like peeking out so that people can see it there. And then I'm going to use this to write a note, include it, and that ribbon is going to encourage somebody to pull it. You can also put that inside, you know, just pull my card. But this is a really fun and easy pocket card that is sure to brighten somebody's day. Boom, boom. And you can see the full tutorial on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. That's gettingcrafty.net. But I love a simple pocket card. If you don't need it to stand, you can just make it a card front. Boom shakalaka. Who will, oh, we need to add a little zhuzh. So the note card will have a tendency to pop up across the top. So using these stunning brand new gilded gems, let me just say, anytime I can add a flash of metallic accent, I do. And using my Take Your Pick tool, this is the best thing you need in your collection, you guys. So I'm going to grab the bigger of the 3 sizes, the medium of it. I like to loosen it just a smidge. And you're thinking, do you really need it? I do. This is a great way to place it. And the weight of the gem will help the note card to stay down. So I'm just loosening it. Sometimes they're really tight, which is fabulous for shipping. There you go. These gilded gems, the Ornate Garden Suite, and a wonderful Mother's Day card, or a card for the women in your life, your sister, your aunts, your best friend, that woman at church that mentors you, whatever it may be, is a great way to cheer somebody up. Boom shakalaka. Easy peasy. And this gives you more room to write inside if you wanted to. If you're like me and don't necessarily want to write a long notebook, this is a great way to do so. So you have it just like there, write a little note card in the back, write something here, attach a picture, and you can send it on its merry little way. See the full tutorial on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. That's gettingcrafty.net. I hope this makes you smile today. It sure does me. Happy Mother's Day to all those wonderful moms out there. God bless. Bye.